Have you ever heard of an idea so revolutionary, so dangerous that it literally got its creator killed? Well, that's exactly the story we're diving into today. The incredible mind of a philosopher who saw the entire universe as made of light.
Seriously, think about it for a second. What idea would you be willing to stake your life on? For most of us, thankfully, that's just a thought experiment. But for the man we're about to meet, it was all too real. And his answer? Well, it would send shockwaves through the philosophical world.
This is Shihab al-Dīn Suhrawardi, a brilliant Persian philosopher and mystic. And as you can see, he didn't live a long life. He was executed at just 37 years old. So you have to ask, what on earth did he say? What kind of philosophy was so threatening that the authorities decided he had to be silenced for good?
To really get what made Suhrawardi's ideas so explosive, we first need to get a feel for the world he was born into. See, the world of ideas back then was dominated by one single powerful way of thinking, a world that, in his eyes, was basically living in the shadows. For centuries, if you wanted to find the truth, there was really only one game in town, Aristotelian logic. His followers, called Peripatetics, believed that knowledge had to be built like a brick wall, one logical proof at a time. It was all about rigorous, step-by-step, deductive reasoning, no shortcuts allowed. So you've got this established school, the Peripatetics, where everything is about logic, reason, and solid proof. It's methodical, it's careful. And then Suhrawardi comes along and flips the entire table over. He founds a new school, the Illuminationists, and their whole deal? Truth isn't something you prove, it's something you experience. It's a vision, an intuition, a direct knowing. And let me be clear, this wasn't just some minor academic debate. Suhrawardi was suggesting a completely different source for the most profound human knowledge, a path he called Ishraq, illumination. Now, here's the crucial part. Suhrawardi wasn't saying logic is useless. In fact, he was a master of it. But he argued that logic can only take you so far. The really deep truths, the big aha moments, they don't come from a long chain of arguments. They hit you all at once in a flash of certainty. It's an unveiling, he called it. It's like a light suddenly switches on in your soul. And this is where you really see his genius. He didn't just pull this out of nowhere. He was this incredible synthesizer. He took the high-minded ideas of Plato, he wove in the ancient Persian focus on light and darkness from Zoroastrianism, and he blended it all with the deep, personal traditions of Islamic mystics. He created something totally new and powerful out of all these ancient threads. He basically said it himself. Our wisdom is about direct witnessing, not just arguing. Think of it this way. Logic can give you a perfect map to a city, but illumination is the feeling of actually standing there, seeing it with your own eyes. Okay, so knowledge can come as a flash of light. That's a cool idea for psychology, right? But Suhrawardi didn't stop there. For him, this wasn't just a metaphor. He took this one idea and used it to redraw the entire map of reality. So, I want you to forget everything you know about a universe made of atoms and empty space. In Suhrawardi's vision, the entire cosmos, everything that exists, is made of light. And reality is just this beautiful, complex, cascading flow of light, all streaming from one ultimate source. All right, let's quickly walk through this cosmic map. At the very top, you have the light of lights, the single, absolute source of everything. Think of it as God. From that source, the first archangelic lights pour forth, these pure intellects that shape the cosmos. They, in turn, create lesser governing lights that manage things like planets and even our souls. And where are we in all this? Well, we're way down here at the bottom, in the physical world. He called it the world of shadows, the dimmest, most distant echo of that original perfect light. You can probably imagine an idea this radical, this world-altering, was a massive threat to the established order. And for that, Suhrawardi was silenced. But, as history shows, it's one thing to execute a man. It's another thing entirely to extinguish his light. It's just a powerful and, frankly, a tragic reminder, isn't it? Sometimes the most dangerous thing you can possibly introduce to the world is just a new way of seeing things.
But here's the incredible thing. They couldn't stop it. Suhrawardi Illuminationist ideas took deep root in his homeland of Persia and remained a huge influence for centuries. From there, the ideas spread like wildfire, traveling west, shaping minds in North Africa and Spain. You can even find echoes of his thinking rippling into medieval Europe.
So in the end, his real legacy was kicking open the door between cold, hard reason and direct intuitive experience. He showed the world a new kind of light, and once a light like that is turned on, it's impossible to ignore. People are still exploring the world by its glow.
And really, that's the question his work leaves for us all these centuries later. The next time you have that sudden creative leap, that eureka moment that seems to come from nowhere, ask yourself, is that just a random chemical reaction in my brain? Or is it something more? Is it maybe, just maybe, a tiny flicker of that ancient philosophy of light?